Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about the sign of Pisces. We are doing a in-depth analysis of the sign of Pisces. Well, I should say Pisces Ascendant. So, if you have Pisces randomly placed in your chart in, any other house than the first, this is not for you. Alright, but if you do have Pisces Ascendant, then stick around. Alright, so before we get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings professionally, so you can check them out at gebotheshaman.com, right down here. Also, that link is going to be down in the description below. Alright, so I have a bunch of services and all kinds of stuff. Courses, services, products. So, check those out as well. Alright, so let's get into the video. So, Pisces Ascendant. So, the Lord of Pisces is Jupiter. So, check out where your Jupiter is placed as well. Alright, so what is the Ascendant? And remember, we are talking about Vedic sidereal astrology, not Western. So the Ascendant is the sign that was basically rising up a bit above the horizon in the east at the time of your birth. So the Earth spins and the planets come up above the horizon in the east. So it's very, it's so basically the Ascendant is who you are. In Western astrology, they like to say that the sun sign is who you are, or like the strongest indicator of your personality. However, that's untrue. It's actually the Ascendant and the moon sign that are the most important things within your chart. The sun sign is just the ego, or like a sign of the soul, like kind of how the soul wants to express itself on this planet. That's it. But your ascendant is your physical body, it's your personality, and your moon sign is how you think. So yeah, so anyway, so I'd highly recommend, I have videos on the ascendants, all the ascendants, and all moon signs, and the houses that the moon is placed in, and all that good stuff, so check them out. Alright, so we have Pisces in the Ascendant. So what does Pisces mean? So Pisces is the sign of spirituality. Pisces is the monk, the spiritual devotee, someone who is very highly devoted to spirituality, so much so that they gave up all their material possessions and they just said, okay, I'm going to live very minimally and going to become a monk and just meditate all day and improve the connection to the divine. And that's what monks do. So Pisces is foreign places, foreign travel, pilgrimages, to like monasteries, ashrams, things like that. It's like going and visiting a temple and doing your your worship, your puja, your anything like that. And yeah, so that's Pisces. It's not concerned with the affairs of the world. It just wants to kind of be in that other world. It wants to be in the spiritual world. Doesn't want to be here. So I totally relate with that. So anyway, so that's a little bit about Pisces Ascendant, and you're going to have to look at where your moon is placed as well, because some Pisces Ascendants could be very, materialistic if they had like moon in Taurus or something like that. So, all right. So let's see here. So we have Aries in the second house. So Aries in the second house, that kind of gives you a penchant for spending. It's like Aries in the second house. Second house is the house of your savings, house of your value, your belief in yourself, your it's like your the way that your family valued you or didn't value you. So Aries in the second, this shows a rapid change in your savings account, in your life savings, in your second house is also inheritance. So it shows a rapid change in your savings. So it's, if Mars is doing really well, then then your savings account will do very well. If Mars is doing very poorly in your chart, Mars or savings account will not do so well. However, I have to say, there's a lot of energy here. So it's just full of energy. So there's a real possibility that it rises. So let's see here. So Aries in the second, and then we have Taurus. So Aries in the second, just kind of that kind of makes, I don't know, I want to say it's like, it's kind of up and down. Your savings will be up and down. However, the up and down is more of Scorpio. However, Mars rules Scorpio as well. So anyway, then we have Taurus in the third house. So this means that you can, be very stubborn in your speech. You can be, you could be very slow to speak. You could, Third house is the house of your communication. Second house is more your, like, actually speaking, but third house is more like written communication, things like that. Third house is the house of your siblings. So you may have a female younger sibling. Depends on, again, where Venus is placed. Let's see here. So Taurus in the second, Taurus in the third. Your communications would be very stable, very, I don't know, you'd just be like very grounded in your speech. So the things that you want to talk about are practical. They are grounded. They are, not intellectual, but like the opposite of intellectual, like very practical. Like if you can't use this somehow in a practical way, then you're just not going to speak about it. So their speech is very practical. You'll see people like monks or something like that. They'll take a vow of silence. And even after that vow, when that vow is done, then they'll just have a way of speaking that's very practical, very, like, they aren't concerned about anything to do with anything outside of their immediate, like, practicality. So anyway, let's see here. And then we have Gemini in the 4th house. So the 4th house is the house of your mother, your home life, your emotions. It's really your private life, your home life, your inner sanctum, kind of thing like that. And we have Gemini here. So this means that your mother could have been very, very communicative, very, like talked a lot and just been very communicative and very, jovial and happy kind of thing. I don't know. There's like this good communication. Of course, you're going to have to look at where Mercury is placed for this one. Is Mercury in a good place? Is it in a bad place? And also you're going to have to look at your moon sign, because the moon is also the mother. So is the moon exalted, debilitated? What's going on with the moon? So then we have Cancer in the 5th house. So this means that 5th house is like the house of your your fun, your playfulness, your sexuality, things like that. 5th house is the house of your children. So, it's also the house of making children. So, with Cancer here, you're going to have to look at where your moon is placed, and so that'll give you a better idea of what's going on here. I will say that your ability to have fun and have, dates and romance and all that is going to be highly dependent on your mood. If you don't feel like it, it's just not gonna happen. So, that shows, Cancer in the 5th house is a great sign for parents. That means that you'll parent your children with that motherly emotion, that emotional, like, nurturing and caring and things like that. So, and it also means that you could be very like, you would use sex as a way to connect with your partner emotionally as well. So, like having that deeper connection, anyway. Then we have Leo in the 6th house. So, Leo in the 6th is basically, 6th house is the house of your enemies, the house of your daily activities, your daily routines, daily fitness, like fitness habits and things like that, like your workouts and things like that. This is the house of enemies, and the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses are Dastana houses, so they are, they are kind of malefic houses if you want to see it in that light. But yeah, so this means that, like, Leo in the 6th, that means that you're going to have pretty good health, I would say, like, because the sun, Leo is ruled by the sun, so sun is like health and things like that, so I would recommend, doing like, getting out in the sun more, doing, if you want to do like, Surya Namaskar, it's a yoga technique, so it's like basically sun salutation. I'm trying to think here. So yeah, that it's generally a good sign there, and just means a general sense of health and fitness and things like that. Good health and being fit and things like that. So that's good. And then we have Virgo in the 7th. So this is where we have the polar opposites of Pisces and Virgo. So Virgo in the 7th house. That means that your spouse would be very critical, very analytical, very business oriented, work oriented, all about service and getting things done, like serving people, helping people, being like intellectual, being smart. So yeah, this kind of represents your relationship with your spouse, or your qualities, the qualities of your spouse. So your spouse is probably very smart, very left-brained, and very logical, very analytical, very critical. So that's your spouse. So 7th house is the house of your spouse and your long-term relationships, long-term partnerships, things like that. And then we have Libra in the 8th. So Libra in the 8th house. So that kind of balances things. Libra is about balance. It's also about relationships with other people. So, Libra in the 8th. My itch. Libra in the 8th house is birth, death, sex, transformation, sudden ups and downs, sudden gains and losses, sudden transformation. So then Libra is relationships. So I mean, that kind of means that your relationships, 8th house is your in-laws, and 8th house is your investments, your joint investments. So there's that. 8th house, let's see here. So that means that your relationship with your in-laws is going to be pretty good. it'll be pretty good. You know, your investments will also be very balanced and very steady. You'll see steady growth, steady income from them, and you'll do very well in joint investments. And then we have so yeah, this also means that your relationship with your in-laws is going to be good. What else? Yeah, it just means steadiness and balance, so that's good. And then we have Scorpio in the 9th house, so 9th house is your higher education, higher learning, your professors, teachers, gurus, mentors. It is, it's your religion, your spirituality, your philosophy, higher education. This is about teachers and teaching and aspiring to something greater. So you have a profound knowledge of the occult, or you can easily learn about or study, a lot about the occult, including astrology, tarot, runes, things like that. So yeah, you have a gift for astrology and things like that. The occult. Anyway, let's see here. Then we have Sagittarius in the 10th house. So, Sagittarius in the 10th house is all about, it's kind of like, it's about teaching, because we just had, the 9th house, or Scorpio in the 9th house, so this is the 9th sign in the 10th house. So, let's see here. So, this means that you would be, you would have some profession around teaching. You could be a guru, a mentor, a spiritual teacher, a higher education teacher. You could be, your career has to do with teaching, and you could end up doing something else besides teaching at but you would work at a college or something like that in the educational field or something. So anyway, so yeah, Sagittarius, well, 10th house is the house of your career, the house of your fame, your reputation, your public reputation, your social status, things like that. So then we have Sagittarius, which is all about education, higher learning, teachers, mentors, gurus, things like that. And then we have what do we have? Capricorn in the 11th house. So Capricorn in the 11th, so 11th house is your friends, your friendships, your network circles, your it's the house of your gains, the house of your gains, your income, your social status, or like not your social status, but your social circles, things like that. It's what you it's like your friends and what you earn essentially. So being Capricorn here, that means that so Saturn tends to delay things. So this means that you might not earn an income or have many friends early in life. You'll start earning income at the age of around 35. Like, I'm talking about earning a significant income, like, so that'll start to manifest for you at the age of 35. And so when you do this, it's like when you turn 35, it's going to be like a steady like increase. So yeah. That'll be the time that your income starts to improve. It's around 35. And in the meantime, it's like Saturn's really trying to tell you to, make the most of what you have. Don't just squander it away. It's like Saturn is trying to tell you to take responsibility with the small things so that when the big things come, if they come, well, no, if you, when the big things come, when the big income comes, you won't squander it, you won't waste it. And of course, Saturn has a habit of those people who waste resources, who don't have any appreciation or value for the resources that they get. It's like Saturn tends to say, oh, guess you have to wait longer, so that you'll finally understand what I'm trying to teach you here. So then we have Aquarius in the 12th house. And Aquarius in the 12th. Aquarius is the house of your gains. So 11th house, 11th sign, 11th. So Aquarius means gains, and 12th house is the house of losses. So, gains and losses. So, anyway, so the 12th house is the house of spirituality, bed pleasures, losses, giving away your energy, sacrificing, giving charity, things like that. And then Aquarius is about friendship circles, network circles. The house of your, it's about income. It's about helping humanity. Aquarius really has a broader vision for humanity. It's about helping humanity. So you might, you're a spiritual you're a spiritual person, so you might do a lot for humanity. You might give a lot of your, income away to humanity, to, charities and things like that. So, so it kind of, it also, let's see here. So you will basically give your, stuff away to humanity, to, charities and things like that. So check out where Saturn is placed. And again, to get an idea of where all of your, basically more information on all of your houses, look at the planetary rulers of those houses to see what's going on with those houses. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's about it for me. I am tired, so anyway, if you're interested in anything that I have to offer, my itch. If you're interested in anything that I have to offer, you can go to GeboTheShaman.com, and so I offer some. I have these Qigong courses, so these are pretty awesome. We have the Cosmic Qigong and the Self Transformation Challenge. Both of those are extremely powerful courses. In fact, I need to get on some Qigong today because I am feeling very tired. Alright, so then we have the Astrology Certification course. So, Astrology Certification course is basically designed to take you through all the steps that I use to have a Vedic astrology business, to give astrology readings and things like that. So, when you purchase that course and when you take my certification exam, I will give you your own Vedic astrology website. So, you can start earning money from that today, or as soon as you pass the test. And then we have the astrology consultations. So I have career readings, relationship readings, and just my standard general reading that includes a bunch of things that no other astrologer includes in their readings, but they are very powerful and very important things to know. Alright, so then we have the birth time rectification. So if you're interested in birth time rectification, I would highly recommend that you check out my website, GeboTheShaman.com. That is designed to help you figure out your exact birth time, or exactly, like, I'll figure it out for you, and I give you the results. So then we have the rune readings. So I do offer 9 world rune readings, and they are, if you're curious about what's going on in your immediate future, or what's going on with you presently. So I would highly recommend getting a rune reading. And then we have the career coaching and life coaching, so highly recommend that as well. Career coaching and life coaching, yeah, basically it's for people who don't know what they're supposed to be doing in life, and they're just kind of confused. So if that's you, if you want to discover your soul desire, your path and purpose in this life, get a career consultation. And then we have the trauma healing course. So that is also called the emotional awareness course. So that's a great course. I am planning on working on it in the near future, but it's like it's like pulling teeth. I have just so much to do, so it's coming. Anyway, then we have the distance energy healing sessions with me. So if you're interested in that, go to GeboTheShaman.com. And for any of my products or services or courses or anything like that, go to GeboTheShaman.com, and we will talk to you next time. Peace.